The movie starts with a girl named Sita. She climbs into a grave while her brother, Adil, helps her. She lies down inside the grave, and Adil closes it. Sita turns on a camera to record everything that happens. But they don't know that a snake is slowly entering the grave from above. Adil doesn't see it. Sita didn't do this just for fun. A very sad thing happened to her in the past. Her parents died in a bombing, right in front of her eyes. Since then, Sita believes something strongly. Bad people never get punished, and good people don't always get rewards. She even thought that after people die, justice still doesn't happen. After their parents were gone, Sita and her siblings went to live in an orphanage. There, a teacher named Lillian used to say that bad people always get punished, maybe in this life, or in the next one. But Sita never believed her. She wanted to prove that justice wasn't real. To do this, she decided to go into a scary room that everyone was afraid of. People said that anyone who went in never came out. Sita and Adil went into the room together. It was very dark inside. After walking for a bit, they couldn't hear or see each other anymore. Sita looked for her brother in the dark, and during her search, she saw a little boy who looked very scared. But there was something strange. He wasn't a real boy. He was a ghost. He told her his name was Ismail, and his voice sounded creepy. Sita got very scared and ran out of the tunnel. When she came out, Adil was already there. Some villagers had also arrived. They all went back to the orphanage. But Sita couldn't stop thinking about Ismail. Why was his ghost in the tunnel? Why couldn't he leave? Sita started watching the orphanage staff and teachers closely. She wanted to find out the truth. One day, she heard a teacher and a caretaker talking. That's when she finally understood everything. The orphanage was built by a rich man, but not to help children. He used it to choose poor and helpless kids and send them to rich people who hurt them. Ismail was one of those kids. Now, the staff were planning to do the same thing to Adil. Sita was very scared for Adil. She tried to warn him, but before she could, the staff caught both of them. They thought Sita was dangerous because she knew too much. So, they locked her in a storage room with no way out. But Sita didn't give up. She used her scarf to break a window and escaped. Outside, a kind caretaker secretly met her, gave her some money, and told her where Adil was being taken. Sita ran through the forest and got to the road just in time. She tricked the driver of the vehicle and saved her brother. Then the story moves forward 10 years. Sita is now grown up and works in an old age home, but she still thinks about life, death, and justice. She still believes that bad people never suffer and good people keep getting hurt. She decides to test this belief again. She chooses to target the same man who had built the orphanage, the one behind all the bad things that happen to children. He is now very old and lives at the same care home where Sita works. Sita secretly collects proof of what he did. Then she gives him some medicine that makes him sleepy and confused. She makes him admit all the bad things he did. The guilt becomes too much for him, and he dies. His children knew what kind of man he was, but they stayed quiet because they liked his money. After he died, they didn't even come for his funeral. The old age home took care of everything. Adil helped prepare the coffin, and the man was buried all alone. Sita still wanted to know what happens to bad people after they die. So she went back to the same grave, the one from the start of the movie. She lay down inside again, and her brother Adil stayed nearby to keep her safe. Soon, a snake started crawling toward the grave. Adil saw it just in time and helped Sita get out quickly. But while she was inside the grave, nothing strange happened. No signs, no voices, nothing. This made Sita believe she was right. Even after death, bad people don't get punished. Sita tried to share what she had found on a morning TV show. She brought a video she recorded from inside the grave, but when the video was played, nothing showed on the screen. That's because Adil had secretly deleted it. No one believed her story. Sita felt broken and sad. Even her own brother didn't support her. Adil thought her experiment might make people stop caring about being kind or good. He told her she wasn't even doing her job well at the elderly home. He said she was becoming like the people she always talked badly about. His words hurt her deeply. Sita went home, hugged a photo of her parents, and cried. Just then, She felt like someone was calling her name. The voice reminded her of Lao Bai. She followed the sound into a room, but no one was there. Lao Bai had already died. Still, she kept hearing whispers. When she turned around, she saw a woman from the elderly home crying. The woman told Sita that her husband had betrayed her. Sita got curious and followed her. She saw the woman's husband with a nurse. The woman was heartbroken and very angry. Sita stopped her before she could hurt him and took her away. Later that night, the woman was doing laundry. Her ring got stuck in the washing machine. While trying to get it out, she accidentally turned the machine on, and it killed her. Everyone came running when they heard her scream, but it was too late. She was already gone. Her husband was full of regret. He didn't even get a chance to say sorry. After seeing this, Sita wanted to help. She still remembered what Adil had said, so she went to a spiritual healer who also lived at the elderly home. She asked if there was a way to talk to the woman's spirit. The healer said yes. They gathered a group and sat around a table with candles to do a special ritual. One person was missing, so they asked Sita to join. She wasn't sure at first, but then she sat down. During the ritual, the woman's spirit entered the healer's body. The healer began talking in the woman's voice. Her husband begged for forgiveness, but the spirit didn't want peace. She wanted revenge. She wanted the other woman, the nurse, to be punished. Sita felt something was wrong. She tried to stop the ritual, but the others kept repeating what the spirit said. Sita felt scared. She stood up, blew out the candles, opened the curtains, and stopped the ritual. Then she ran to warn the nurse. Just as she got there, the old man showed up with a plan to kill. Sita quickly hid the nurse in a room, but someone was already hiding inside, and that person stabbed the nurse. The old man said he did it because he didn't want to suffer after death. He thought he was doing what the dead woman's spirit had asked for. Sita started to wonder if he had seen her morning show, the one where she said nothing happens after death. Maybe that's why he believed it was okay. But now she couldn't prove anything. So she went online to check. To her surprise, many people had done similar grave experiments after watching her show. This time, strange things really happened. Screams were heard from the graves of cruel people, while kind people rested in peace. It looked like her idea had started something real. Sita got curious and confused. She wondered why nothing had happened with Lao Bai. So she went to his grave and dug it up, but there were no bones inside. Suddenly, leaves and dirt started falling on her, burying her alive. To escape, she crawled into a nearby tunnel. The soil behind her collapsed, and she couldn't go back. She kept moving forward and ended up in the same mysterious tunnel where she had once seen Ismail. At first, she thought she was just imagining things because there wasn't much air. But then she heard Ismail's voice again, just like before. She looked through a window in the tunnel and saw her childhood. Her parents were standing there, smiling and waving. She cried, but the vision faded, and she was back in the dark tunnel. As she walked further, she heard Lao Bai crying in pain. Soon, she met some of her old orphanage friends, and Ismail too. At first, she thought this was another dream, but she remembered something important. Ghosts can only be seen if you believe in them. So she closed her eyes, focused hard, and opened them again. This time, the children were still there. Ismail appeared and started asking her questions. He asked why she had left him alone in the tunnel that day. He said he was very scared. Then they heard a loud, scary sound from above. Ismail stayed brave. He told Sita not to be scared. He said the only way to escape was to jump into the tunnel with him. As the scary creature came closer, Sita jumped with him into the darkness. Next, Sita woke up beside Lao Bai inside the grave. She thought it was just a bad dream. She called for Adil, but no one answered. A snake came into the grave and bit Sita. Then it went into Lao Bai's mouth. Suddenly, Lao Bai came back to life. But right after, someone smashed his head with a hammer. His blood spilled onto Sita's face. Then something really terrifying happened. Lao Bai's had kept getting smashed again and again, like he was stuck in a never-ending nightmare. And that's where the story ends. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to Movie Nexus and like this video. I will see you in another video.